Hey guys, it's the beginning of the year and you know what that means. I always tell you guys what my word of the year is. And this time I'm going to be talking about why you should have a word of the year or multiple, because I might have a few this year, and how you should go about picking your word of the year and how it's really going to help you. So let's dive in. Hey guys, I'm Gwendolyn. I'm the content creator's best friend. I am a content strategist and founder of Simplified Content, and I am here on this channel and all over social media as Simplified Content to help you simplify your content creation strategy. Because I truly believe that with content marketing, the hardest part is the creation. It's fitting it into your life and business. And if you're wasting time creating your content and you're not actually putting time into your actual business and the things that are making you money, then eventually you will either stop creating or you will stop doing your business and the things that you need to be doing. So that is why I created this channel. It was a big struggle for me in my life and business several years ago. And I developed a system that really helps me create content efficiently, effectively, and helps me get back to what's most important in my business and brand. So I want to help you do that. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in learning more about, go ahead and click subscribe and the bell so you can be notified when I have something new for you. So today's video is a little off topic for content creation, but it is going to help you with the direction for your year. So I am someone that doesn't necessarily do resolutions or picking those goals for the year. Instead, I found a format for having a great year that really works for me, and that is picking a word of the year. So if this is something you do and you do pick a word of the year, I would love to hear what your word is down in the comments below, and maybe you can inspire other people in the community who are watching the comments. So first, let's talk about why the word of the year is really helpful as opposed to something like resolutions or setting goals and itemizing your list for the year. The reason this is really helpful for me as someone who used to do goals and resolutions for the year is because it really helps me stay focused in those little moments, because it's just one word. It's one word that is really helping me make decisions throughout the year because it is my main focus. It's my main goal for the year. And so instead of getting bogged down by lose this many pounds or eat this way or make this much money or whatever, I pick a word that's really going to encompass everything that I'm trying to achieve. And if I achieve that one word, if I stick to that goal on a regular basis of living up to that word and what it means to me, then the other things are just going to fall into place. So if you're feeling overwhelmed already by your resolutions, if that's you, don't worry. Maybe it's time for a little pivot. Look for the things you want to have achieved and start putting a word to it that could really encompass that. So if you want to look back on my channel, you can see some of my older words. My word for 2020 was alignment. And I'm really glad that I picked that word because obviously 2020 was a year that we could not have ever predicted. And it was a doozy, and a lot of changes happened to me in my life and business. And my word of the year being alignment really helps me with my decision making. When it came to pivoting my business for what was happening in the world and how I was going to be launching and how I was going to show up for my audience, I had to remember that my word of the year was really alignment. It was being aligned with my mission statement for my business. It was being aligned with my personality, my energy levels, and how I wanted to show up for you guys and not show up in a way that was how everyone else does online, right? I am not everyone else. I am not a guru like Amy Porterfield or Jenna Kusher or all these people. They're wonderful. They're amazing people, but they have a team and have built businesses way before they had kids. Amy doesn't have kids. And so, their business and clout and their revenue was all set in place before they had kids. So me trying to keep up with the pace of how they create content, how they do business, how they do their launches, just isn't practical for my life. So bringing my focus back to my word of the year, which was alignment in me and my mission and my business's mission, and what I want out of life, really helped me make the right decisions when it came to my energy levels and where I wanted to be. Big reveal of my word of the year is actually that I have picked 3 words this year. And the reason I did that is because I am starting to really section out pieces of my life. But the words could fit into all parts of my life. So there are 3 things that I want to have as a focus for my life. And one of those things is creativity. And I don't mean just with my business. So my word of the year is create. And so, of course, creating for my business, content creation, is something that's very passionate for me. And I do it, but I do it so efficiently that I don't need to have that as a creative outlet anymore. So I actually said create as my word as exploring other creative outlets. So some of the ways I'll be doing that is with painting, piano, because I know how to play piano and guitar. And then also, as you guys know, I am an actor. And so I am diving into other ways to act, especially since the pandemic, and use my creative juices there, either with filming something myself or diving into my new passion, which is voiceover, because as a host, I have a lot of great avenues with that. So create, and not just for my business, it is create in a creative way. Use my creative juices and be inspired by my creations. Okay, so my second word is wellness. I wanted to use health and wellness as a beacon of light. As you all know, 2020 was rough on everyone, but having the kids home all day long, feeling like I couldn't work the way that I used to, so I had to really pivot that, meant also pivoting how I created food and how I prepped my food. And we totally relied on convenience. I'm sure a lot of you have as well. If you went in an opposite direction and got even more healthy and more meal prep, good for you. I bow down. That's awesome. But I did not. I actually moved away from health and wellness for my body, but also my mind. I was in a very great habitual meditation state and journaling state and all those things. And I kept it until about September of last year. So for the last 3 or 4 months, I have gone off the bandwagon with my mental and spiritual health, and then of course, nutritional health. So I wanted to have that as a word and focus. So when I'm trying to make decisions about what to eat, remembering that that's one of my words of the year. My last word is a little different, and it's invitations. Invitations, because I've been diving into human design and I am a projector, and my strategy is to wait for invitations, but I believe in creating invitations for myself. So putting more spotlight on my talents so that I am invited to be sharing those with the world in different ways. Not necessarily for monetary gain. It's really just to be invited to be a part of things or be invited to teach. And a lot of times I just give without anyone asking me, but I'm taking a back seat on that, and now I am allowing people to ask me for help, which has been a game changer in my business. And it has definitely changed how I am promoting my products and promoting myself online. And instead of feeling sad or disappointed by a launch, I am simply putting myself out there and asking people, and so people can ask me for help. And that, just the mindset shift in that, has made a huge difference in my business. And I'm really excited about that future. So since I've already seen the results of that, I am now making that my word of the year, one of the 3 words of the year, of creating invitations for myself and waiting for those invitations, so I'm not inserting myself in places that nobody asked me to be, and then getting really frustrated when that doesn't work out the way that I had hoped. So that has created a lot of peace in my life, and it's also created a lot of abundance in my business, which is wonderful, and abundance of time, abundance of money, abundance of recognition. So I'm really excited about that word for me, and it's really going to keep me focused in when I find myself in my normal state of mind where I'm just like word vomiting and telling people what they should do. Not everyone asks for that information, and I shouldn't be just giving it away. And so I need to protect my energy, and also not everyone's ready to hear my advice. And so that creates a tension, and also creates a negative environment for me to be creating in. So I am waiting for invitations. I am simply going to put myself out there as this is how I can help you. And if you want my help, then you have to come to me and ask me for my help, instead of me telling you, hey, this is what's going on. Come join me for this. It's going to be a little different on my social platforms, and that's a good thing for me. And I've already seen results of that, because that's ultimately how I should be running my business, as a projector. And if you want more information about human design, please let me know in the comments below. I am not an expert by any means, but I can send you to the right people. There's a lot of people that I've been watching on social media, and that I would love to share with you who those people are. So anyway, those are my 3 words of the year. And normally, again, I only do one, but after our year last year, I decided to step it up a notch and take on the world with 3 different directions in my life, which is creativity and being inspired by a creative process, even if it has nothing to do with my business, because I know that will overflow into my business and my content for you guys, as well as wellness, which is something that will spill over on all parts of my life as well. If I am healthy and mentally healthy, spiritually healthy, physically healthy, I show up better for you guys and my audience, as well as my family. So that's a new focus for me this year. And then finally, invitations. So if you're enjoying hanging out with me and learning more about simplifying your content creation, being more efficient with your content creation, and of course, lifestyle tips like picking a word of the year and how it can really help you, then go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell so that I can see you guys again next week. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys soon.